Mr. Bostic, I don't know if I can teach this morning with those sunglasses. They're just so cool. All right, so everybody should be able to see my screen, and we will go to our handy dandy tests, which should, somebody tell me if you can see the test. It should be up this morning. Yes, no, maybe. Well, I'll let y'all look at it. Say again?
On your screen?
No, on your screen. In other words, when you go to assignments, scroll down and see if you see Unit 1 test.
Yeah, it's pulling up.
Good. Well, here we go. Let's do it. Somebody answer this question. Which one is the answer? We're going to go through every one of the bonus questions because somebody's going to miss them.
Top one.
How about alpha?
A.
Why isn't it Charlie?
Because they're not weighted the same.
Because they're not weighted the same, and 30, 30, 30 does not equal 100.
Yeah, that's 90.
Yep. All right, there we go. Let's do this one. I'll write it down while you're writing it down. 3x minus 4y is equal to 17. And 5x plus 5y is equal to 5. Which one do you think I'm going to pick? The y or the x's?
X.
Actually, no.
Or Y.
Why am I going to pick the y's?
Because they already have opposite signs.
They already have opposites.
Oh, yeah.
Now, could you get rid of the x's if you wanted to? Yes. Why? Well, it's more work because you got to multiply one of them by negative. Now, you will get the same answer. It's just a little bit extra work. So I'm going to multiply the top by 5 and the bottom by 4. So go ahead and do that. If you hadn't done it yet, go ahead and do it. I'm going to turn my mic off for a second. I got to holler at my son. Okay. So that's going to give me 15x minus 20y times, that looks like 85. Somebody check my math.
Yes.
20x plus 20y equals 20. Say again?
I said equals 20.
And we're going to add these two together. And of course, get our red pen out. Mr. King is going to make everybody dizzy this morning. Take the 20 out. And that's going to leave us with
35x equals 105.
You are on the ball. And divide by 35. Divide by 35. We may get a even number out of that. Somebody check me. Whole number. Do we get a whole number?
5 by 35.
Like 3?
Yes, 3.
Thank you. And now you take that 3 and you back substitute in one of these formulas. I don't care which one. 3 times parentheses minus 4y is equal to 17. Plug in that 3 and we get 9 minus 4y is equal to 17. Take the 9. I'm going to take the 4 across the river. 4y. 17 across the river, minus 17. 9 minus 17 is negative what? 8.
Mm-hmm.
Divide by 4. Y is equal to negative 2. So these two lines intersect at 3 and negative 2. So you take your handy dandy test and type in parentheses 3 comma negative 2 close parentheses. So 3 and negative 2. Now, let me go ahead and mention some things about the test while I'm thinking about it so I don't forget and we run out of time. Number 1, you have 3 attempts. And I take the highest grade. Okay. Somebody look on there and tell me the date. I think Monday is the date, right? Monday at midnight?
That sounds right.
You have until Monday at midnight. You have 90 minutes to take a 50-minute test. How do I know? Because each one of these questions that I choose from, my lab's math keeps a toll nationwide on how long it takes students to do that problem. So each one has a minute to it. So when I put 20 problems on there, it's going to give me 45 minutes. And I put another 3 problems on there and it gives me 50 minutes. And it tells me when I make the test out that on average, it would take a student 50 minutes to take this test. And I give you an extra 40 minutes. Now, why do I do that? For a couple of reasons. 1 is excuses, and 2, there are some people that have documentation to take extra time. So I just kill 2 birds with 1 stone and give everybody the extra time. So therefore, I don't have the excuses and I cover the people that have documentation. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay. And I don't know how many questions we have. Look and see how many questions are on the test. About 10. 33 questions with 10 bonuses. Around 10, maybe 12. I can't. Okay. So you're doing about 20 questions. Now, I have one thing to tell you. If you make a 98 on the first test, first attempt, do you have to email me and say, do I need to take the other 2 attempts? No.
No.
Because you got a 98, a 0, and a 0. The computer is going to take the what? 98. I have no idea why my video is stopping. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so there you go. Any questions about the test as far as logistics?
No.
Well, I don't want anybody asking these dumb questions after the test today, after I've covered it. They're dumb after I've covered it. All right. So next question. And if you have incomplete assignments, like some of y'all are going to have incomplete homework, and Hubert puts a 0 in for your incomplete homework, that will make your grade decrease. Sorry to the snowflakes. That's called real life. If you don't do the work, you get fired or you get wrote up. What should a student do if something happens and they are out of class for a while? Communicate to the instructor. Shouldn't bunch them up like this, but it does sometimes. If you look at your overall grade one day and it has decreased, a 0 has been put in place for it. An incomplete. There we go. Here is the equation or the formula for Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that one tripped me up a little bit.
Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 times Celsius plus 32. And they want to know, use an inequality to represent the corresponding Celsius temperature that is at or below 122 degrees Fahrenheit. So 122 degrees Fahrenheit. They say less than what? Relationship between temperatures. I thought I saw less than. That is at or below. There it is. That is at or below. So that would mean this right here, right there, 9/5 C plus 32. Now that's what I read because they want to know the numbers that's below 122. That's what I read. Now I don't know. Let's, first of all, we need to clear the what?
Fraction.
We need to clear the, thank you, multiply through by 5. So that's equal to what? 610. What's 122 times 5?
610.
I need somebody to punch it in.
Yeah,
Thank you.
610.
9C plus 160. No, 160. I think it's 160. 5 times 32, 5 times 30 is 150, and then 10, yeah. All right, minus 160. Minus 160. And 9C is equal to 0, 5, and 4, 450. And divide by 9. And C is C is less than or equal to 50 degrees Celsius. So 50 degrees Celsius or below, 50 degrees Celsius is equal to 122, but they're wanting to know below, so anything below 50 degrees or equal to 50 degrees. So C is less than or equal to 50. That should be close to it. We are winners. Miss James, hold down your excitement, please. Evidently, your popsicle didn't work this morning, or what'd you eat for breakfast this morning, Miss James?
I had another popsicle.
Up. I tell you what, you need to up the sugar in them popsicles. Maybe I tell you what you do. Take you a mold, a Jello mold, and pour Mountain Dew in there, and then have you a Mountain Dew breakfast. There you go.
Could make.
Okay, hopefully y'all won't miss this one. This is the #1 most missed bonus question. All right, let's look at this one. A home purchased in 1996 for $180,000 was appraised at $248,000 in 2000. Assume the rate increase as the value of the home is constant. Complete parts A through C. Write an equation. Find an equation. So let's write down some information. First, we got to find an equation. And what did I tell you? When you see the words find an equation, what are you going to use? The point what? The point slope equation. So therefore, we got to have a slope and a what?
Y-intercept?
A point and a slope.
Oh.
Yeah, you were thinking right. Y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. And we're going to need a slope. M is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And it looks like to me that a home purchased in 1996 for that amount was appraised at $248,000, blah, 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 in 2000. Assume the rate increase in the value of the home is constant. And years after 1996, you got that? You need to write this down right here. Years after 1996. So that one is 0 at that number. And this is 4 at that number. So I'm going to put 0, comma, I'm going to show you on my whiteboard in just a minute. 0 at 180, 814, and 4 at 248, 794. Now you got what you need. Okay, so get to work. There's your 2 points. This is x sub 1, y sub 1. This is x sub 2, y sub 2. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a minute to work on that. Because I feel like y'all can do it. I feel like you can do it. 11:40, and right now it's 10:30, so I'm gonna do an hour and 5 minutes on my handy dandy. Hour and 5 minutes.
Is the second number the end 798 or 794?
I'm sorry, what?
Is the second number for Y2, is it 794 or 798? Because I wrote down 798.
I'm sorry, let me look.
I may be wrong, but I just. Oh.
794.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I be in charge for a while? I'm kidding. I was right. I am awesome. I was right. That's all right. I only took a few meds this morning before class. So your slope is going to be equal to 248, 794 minus 180, 814 over, I'll do the bottom for you, 4. Somebody give me the top so we can write it down for instructional purposes. I'm not going to try to do that in my head. What's the top?
67,980.
I'm sorry, what?
67,980.
67,980.
Yep.
Did everybody else get that? And what is 67,980 divided by 4?
16,995.
And that is your slope. And I'm going to put a point down here. I'm going to pick 0, 180,814 because it's got a 0 in it, and that's easy calculating unless you just want punishment. And if you want extra punishment, then pick the 4 and the 248, 794. So y minus 180,814 is equal to 16,995 times x minus 0. Mr. King is going to make everybody dizzy. Mr. King, what are you doing?
I'm at work trying to pay for this class.
I hear you, man.
Yes, sir.
Capitalism at work.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to condemn you for hunting. I'm sorry, for working. I'm not going to condemn you.
Yes, sir.
Y is equal to 16,995x plus 180,814. And that is your equation for that change in price. So I don't know if they want the equation or are they going to ask for what about in 1942 or 2010? Let's see what they're going to ask. Y equals, write a linear equation. So that would be 16,995x plus 180,814. Next question. I've got it blown up so y'all can see it, so that's why I have to scroll down. What are the years until the end of 2010 that a home was worth more than $274,000? So I'm going to go to the next page here. And I'm going to say $274,286 is greater than, it says, what are the years that the home was worth more than that? And that's going to be our formula, which is 16,995x plus 180,814. Now I'm reading that they want to know where it's worth more. So this side would be more than 274,286. That's the way I'm reading the question. So subtract 180,814. Somebody subtract that for me, please. Did somebody subtract it with a calculator for me?
Yeah. 93,47,2.
And divide that by 16,995 for me, please.
5.49.
5.49. Now, technically, you would round that down to 5 years. And they say 2010 is the last year, and 5 added to, what we added to? 1996 would be what? 2001? So 2001, 1996 plus 5 is equal to 2001 through 2010. That would be greater than 27,420,4286. If I'm reading that question correctly. I'm gonna change the resolution so I can get everything on one screen right quick. There you go. Now the 2001 or 2010, that was given. So I didn't do anything to get that. So let's see what they ask. So X is between 2001. Now, that could be 2002 if they did round 5, if they said round to the nearest, that could be, that's real close to 6 if you rounded. So that possibly could be 2002, but let's see. By mathematics, I did what I think is mathematically correct. To 2010. Next, does it seem reasonable that this model remained accurate until the end of 2010? Well, let's see. How many, what's 2010 minus 1996? 14, isn't it? 2010 minus 1996, isn't it 14? So we're going to take 14 and we're going to plug it in. So let me find my equation. There it is. Y is equal to 16,995 times 14 plus 180,814. And somebody's going to have to do this for me because I'm not going to pull up the calculator. So somebody do 116,995 times 14 for me.
$237,930.
237,930, and add those two together. What do you get? Going to be a BA number.
418,744.
Say it one more time.
418,744.
So that house is going to be worth 418,000. So it does seem logical because you said it was going to be more in 2001 to 2010, and 418,000 is a pretty big number. Actually, it's too big. But so does it seem reasonable? Yes. Uh-oh. We got something wrong. Let me check to see what the answers are and see if I got a rounding problem. 16,437. How'd they get 16,437? I got different numbers. They got 16,437 and 180. I don't know unless they did something wrong. Okay, 9 and 14. They didn't put the years. They didn't put the year 2000, 2010. They just did 9 and 14. We got something wrong here. Is that the same numbers? Are these the same numbers? They changed the numbers on me.
It did.
Okay, well, I don't know what the answers are now. That's how you do the problem. Just make sure you do it. Make sure you check your numbers. That's how you do it. I don't know. Now, be careful right here. They don't want 2001 to 2010. They just want the years, the number of years. So in our case, that would be 5 to 14. So let me make that note for you. Right here, they don't want 2001 to 2010. They want 5 and then 2010 minus 1996 is 14, which we already established that. So they want this. They don't want this. Okay, so make that note. I don't think I got it wrong. I don't know, something don't add up there. I think I did the correct math. Unless you find something wrong with my math, that's the way that you do the problem. Okay, next. I ain't got time to fool with it right now. Okay, there's another one. Now, this one, which method are you going to use for this one? Are you going to use graphing, substitution, or elimination?
Substitution.
Substitution. This is kind of like the one I showed you on the day that I showed you the 3 different methods, because you have X by itself. So I'm going to write the problem down. Four X plus 2Y equals 3. And then over here, X is equal to 6Y plus 3. Well, this right here tells you to use the substitution method. What? That variable that's by itself. That tells you to use the substitution method. So 4, big set of parentheses, plus 2y is equal to 3. Plug in that 6y plus 3. And now we got the problem going. So 24y plus 12 plus 2y is equal to 3. 24 plus 2y is 26y plus 12 is equal to 3. 26y is equal to 3 minus 12. And 3 minus 12 is what? 9?
Yes.
26y is equal to negative 9. Divide by 26. Divide by 26. And that's going to give you 3 over, let's see, no. 3 over, 26. I'm thinking of 39. I guess that's it. Somebody check me. I don't think you can reduce this.
That's what I got.
And now we take this and plug it in. So X, take that number and back substitute. X is equal to 6 times parentheses plus 3, negative 9 over 26. Well, that 26, let's see, 2 will go in here 3 times. 2 will go in here 13 times. So that's going to be X is equal to negative 27 over 13 plus 39 over 13. And X is equal to, I don't have any idea, is that 12? No, it'd be 12, wouldn't it? Somebody check my math. 12 over 13? Somebody
Yeah,
check.
12 over 13. That's good.
So 12 over 13 and that's the answer. And negative 9 over 26. Next. If you take several forms of a unit test in Hubert's class, how is it counted? Takes the highest grade.
Bravo.
Yep. Determine if each pair is a solution to the system. Okay, this is elimination. I'm not going to do that one because we already did an elimination. And I'm going to keep going because I want to cover it. We can come back to it. That's number 11. Remember number 11, please, if we need to come back to it. Why does Hubert not entertain extra points, dropping any grades at the end of the semester? Because he awards me extra points for these bonus questions, and he drops the lowest 2 grades on each unit test. So I'm already giving you points. You actually could put, because he wants me to fail and live in a ditch, I will take that as an answer. This one is elimination. Ooh, that one's kind of nasty. You might have to work on that one. That's number 13. 11 and 13. Write those down. We'll come back to them when we've got time. 11 and 13. I'm trying to find some that we haven't went over. Solve the system graphically. All right, let's do this one graphically, because I'm going to do it on the calculator with y'all. So 2x minus 5y is equal to -4. And we're going to do that in orange. So I'm going to -5y is equal to 2x, -2x minus 4, and divided by -5. Y is equal to 2/5 x plus 4/5. Y'all check my algebra and make sure I did that right. And then blue, we're going to do blue, excuse me. I'll pull it up. Let's go with 4x minus 3y is equal to -4. And there we go. So -3y is equal to -4x minus 4. Divide by -3. And y is equal to 4/3 x plus 4/3. And while I'm getting my calculator up, y'all check me. Is that what y'all got? I need somebody to say yes or no, you know.
Yes.
Would help. Okay, thank you. Y'all settle down, please. So y is equal, and I'm going to do this in orange. I don't know why I do all this for y'all. Why won't it change? It won't change.
Hit the actual D-pad to the left.
It's them damn Russians. Okay, it won't do it. So now my mouse won't work. Oh my gosh.
Iranians.
It's the Russians. Whenever something don't go your way, it's the Russians' fault. So 2/5. So I'm gonna put parentheses 2 divided by 5, close parentheses x plus parentheses 4 divided by 5. All right, there's that one. And then in blue, we're going to do parentheses 4 divided by 3, close parentheses x plus parentheses 4/3. And graph. And zoom standard. Where's standard 6? And let me turn off my stat plot. There we go. And now let's find the intersection. Hit second, trace, intersect. Y'all are learning so much in this class. And I want to check the blue line. I want to check the orange line and then put in a guess. Right in there. And there, folks, is your answer. I'd write the whole answer out because I don't know what they want you to round to. Negative 0.571429, comma, 0.5714286. And some of y'all just learned how to do that today. Y'all are winners.
How did you get it to tell you the intersection?
Okay, I'll do it again for you. Hit second, trace, intersect. Enter. Check on it. You just hit enter and enter because it's asking you, do you want to check the intersection of the orange line and the blue line? So you hit enter, and then you put a guess, which narrows it down. And there is your answer. Did you get it?
I got it.
You're a winner. All right, go back. And there is your answer there. And they want you to round it to the nearest what? 10th. And you should feel good about yourself. So we've done elimination, we've done substitution, and we've done graphing. If a student does not complete a homework assignment, just like some of y'all haven't completed your homework assignments. After tonight, they're going to turn into zeros. Because I think the date is due tonight, right? At midnight? They will turn to zeros.
Sucks for them.
Zero, zilch, nada.
I think I only have 1 or 2 things to do.
Say again?
I think I only have like 2 more to do, so I'm good.
No, you're not. I'm going to make sure that you get zeros.
You're gonna make me
All
suffer.
right. I'm going to erase them. This is an Excel spreadsheet or a computer calculator. So I'm going to do it on the Excel spreadsheet. Why? Because you see this little icon right here? It will automatically put it in an Excel spreadsheet so you don't have to type them in, which saves you a lot of time on the test. Click it, open in Excel. And there, coming up, are your numbers. Now I'm going to let you put it in your calculator just as soon as it comes up. I don't know why it's taking so long. And I'm going to make them bigger for you so you can see, because I know there's a diva out there. I always have a diva. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the diva can see. There you go, diva.
Nice.
The divas are the one that they want the Dom Perignon instead of the water.
Yes.
And they want prime rib with a baked potato and steamed vegetables instead of a piece of lettuce.
And Grey Poupon instead of French.
Yeah. And then they want chocolate mousse.
instead of Hershey syrup.
Yep. And women, there's a tie between women and chocolate. Always remember that, guys. And I didn't get a single comment. Not a single comment? Come on. No, I figured I would at least got a one female comment, but I didn't get anything. All right, so insert. Scatter plot. Now, when y'all do a scatter plot with your calculator, this is what it should look like. Right click on one of them. Add trend line. And display and display. And there is all you need for this problem, unless they ask you to plug and chug another number in. And you would plug it into that formula, that equation right there. Okay, so write that down, and then we'll do it in your calculator. You really don't need the R. The R is more for probability and statistics. Algebra, they want that equation. Y is equal to 2.1429x minus 4.6667. All right, let's do it in your handy dandy calculator. Go to Stat, Edit, punch them in. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, and 22. I think we did one of these in class, did we not? And I think we did both, and I think it was Miss Taylor that asked a question about Excel. Somebody asked a question about Excel. I just want to make sure I remember correctly. Now go to Stat, Calculate, first variable, linear regression. It automatically goes to L1 and L2. Make sure the frequency list does not say L2 because that'll mess it up. And calculate. And there are the same numbers that I got right there. 2.1429 negative 4.6677. Now we need to put this on our graph. So let's do that with the handy dandy calculator. And let's do stat. We got to turn on our stat plot. That's second, y is equal. Turn on, so hit enter. Turn it on. And it's automatically going all these places. So hit graph. And there is your points. We're going to erase those two. So go to y is equal and clear this and go up to the blue one if you want to, whatever color you want, and type in 2.1429x minus 4.667. And graph. And there she is. Now you can't see it all, so you hit mode or zoom 9 for stat. There you go. That's why I record, so you can go back and watch how you do it on the Excel spreadsheet and the the calculator and you don't have the excuse, I didn't know how he did it. I know, I'm a bastard. All right, so let's go to the next problem. And they don't ask you anything but the graph. So next. What are the coordinates of the point of intersection of 3x minus 5 and y is equal to 9 minus 4x? So this is an easy problem. All you have to do is type it in the calculator. You don't have to do any solving. All you have to do is type it in the calculator. So let's type it in the calculator. I'll give y'all a second to write it down. I'm going to turn off my stat plot. I can't do anything till y'all finish writing it down. All right, I'm going to change my stat plot. Turn that off. Remember, stat plot and algebra plot work together if the problem is designed to do that. It does not work together if you're so you got to turn stat plot off whenever you're not doing a statistics-based problem. So y is equal to 3x minus 5, 3x minus 5. And the next one is 9 minus 4x, which nobody ever writes it like that. 9 minus 4x. They're just trying to trip you up. And graph. And there it is. And let's do a zoom standard. 6. And let's do a second trace intersect. And enter and enter and give a guess. That just tells the computer, look around this area. Kind of shortens the mathematical process. 2 and 1. So those two cross at 2 and 1. Remember to add your parentheses. See the parentheses, and then it says ordered pair, and then parentheses. They want you to put the parentheses, so please don't not put the parentheses. Okay, although covered by handouts on the first day, the best way to communicate, that needs to be changed, but now it's Teams, but cell phone is still good. This is another, which way would you do this one? I'd probably do it by elimination. That's just me, because I like elimination. I'd rather do elimination than substitution. Does Hubert? Okay, I want everybody to make a mental note on this one. Okay, we're gonna leave this one on the screen every time we go over a preview, because I have some of y'all that try to. I guess y'all think I'm stupid or whatever. At the end of the semester, you go, I thought it was on the test that you. Does that say yes or does that say no way, no how? That says no way, no how. Does it say yes? Does it say affirmative? Does it say anything positive? It says no way, no how. And it's usually the deadhead. Sorry, guys, but it's usually a guy that's a deadhead that showed up half the time. Those people get on my nerves. Anyway, no way, no how. Toward the end of the unit, that's when we do the homework. That's when we do the test, or the homework terminates. All right, there's one. Let's do that one. Clear the fraction first before you do anything. 3 times x minus 8 divided by 4. 4x over 7 minus 9. And I guarantee you there's people in here today that would look at this problem and skip it. But now you don't, because you know what to do. You multiply through by what?
Least common denominator,
Yeah, which is?
28.
28.
Good job. Thank you for communicating, whoever that was. Who was that? Yeah, I understand. You don't want to say it. You don't want to be ridiculed by the winged on a pickle people. All right, so that 28 will cancel with that 4, and that'll leave a 7 times 3 times x minus 8. And that 7 will cancel here and make a 4 times 4. So that'll be a 4 times 16. That'll be 4 times 4x. I'm putting a baby step in here if y'all didn't know. Okay. And then 28 times 9. Somebody tell me what 28 times 9 is. Well, 28 times 10 is 280 minus 9. It'd be 271.
250.
272. Which one is it?
252.
252. I'm sorry. Minus 252. So this is going to be 21x minus 168. Somebody, what's 21 times 8?
168.
Greater than or equal to 16x minus 252. And I'm going to take this 16, which is the smallest bucket, take it across the river. Take this 168 across the river. Somebody needs to do this for me. What's negative 252 plus 168? Dang old 84? Hell, I don't know. What
It's
is it?
negative 84, yeah.
Is it negative 84? Divided by 5. And x is greater than or equal to negative 84 fifths. And that, if you put that on a number line, this is negative infinity. This is positive infinity. 0. Negative 81 fifths.
84.
Positive 81 fifths. So it's going to be a closed circle. And you're going to highlight which side. Greater than is right. So if you had to write this in a set builder notation, you just rewrite the answer. Set builder would be x such that x is greater than or equal to negative 84 fifths. And braces. And then interval notation. Which way do we read? Left to right? So what's first? I'm asking y'all. That means y'all need to tell me. Left to right, what's first? 81 fifths?
84 or 81?
81, 84, whatever. I'm sorry. I'm in a hurry. 84, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And comma, infinity. And these are your 3 or 4 answers, whatever they ask for. Next. Yep, they asked for all of those. So next. In your grade book, to find the final grade after you have completed all your assignments, which should you choose? Overall grade. Well, this was so bad that Pearson took off overall grade, and now when you go to your grade book, it shows your overall grade, and then it shows you how to do the calculations. It says show calculations. So this was so popular because the students couldn't find their grade by hitting overall grade that they finally changed it to default to the overall grade. So that's overall grade. I just leave it on there. We just did one like this one, except we didn't have fractions, so y'all should be able to do that. Same type problem with the 3 answers. Interval, set builder notation or regular notation, set build or interval notation, and graphic. Solve the systems of equations graphically. This I would do on a calculator, because why? Y is equal. And it says graphically. A company's daily profit from the production and sale of electrical components can be described by the equation. Here is your equation, where X is the number of units and Y is, what is Y? The production. Okay, I guess, I don't know. What is it? Profit, sorry. What level of production and sales will give a daily profit of more than 95? So 95.32 will go in here. Greater than, it'll be less than or equal to this. So X will be greater than whatever. So X is greater than 1900. That's what will come out. We did one like that. What was that question we did? It was the price of the home, wasn't it? Same type question. You got to put Y, put 95.32 or 93.52 for Y, and then put a less than or equal to so that the X is greater than. Use elimination. I will get rid of the X's on this one because you just multiply the top by -6. One more thing I'm going to show you on this, and I need to tell y'all this in case y'all forgot. On elimination and substitution. Elimination and substitution. I think I told y'all this. Y'all look back at your notes and see if I didn't. If you have a true statement, meaning 12 is equal to 12, or -4 is equal to 4, -4. This is called an identity. An identity is equal to all real numbers. That is the same as a graph. On your graphing, you have the same line. Did I tell you all this?
Yes.
In an untrue statement, like 5 is equal to 107, or -10 is equal to 4, something that's untrue is called a contradiction. And if you have a contradiction, that means no answer, no solution. This is the same as what? Parallel lines. Did I tell y'all this?
Yes.
I thought I did. Now, every once in a while, since your questions regenerate and they make different numbers, once in a while you might come up with one that has some crazy number equal to 6. And that would be a contradiction. Check with your graphing and see if you have parallel lines, because if you did it mathematically correct and you get something funky, then that means no solution if you did everything correct. If you get something like this, then that means all real numbers. Most of the time, you're going to get X is equal to a number, but sometimes you'll get either this or this. And that's true in any algebra. I have got a big delay here. I don't know why I've got a delay. I think something's going on with my wireless. Which branch? Please do not get this one wrong. Please do not put the Army, okay? Please. I beg of you. Put Boy Scouts. Don't put Army. Thank you. All right. If you miss a question and believe it is correct, you should have temper tantrums and email me and the last one saying hello. No, you should ask to meet with me after class.
Were you a soldier in the Marine Corps?
No, I've never heard of that. I was a Marine, thank you. I know you're trying to get my dander up. I'm not gonna fall for it. This is a solve. This is real simple solve. I'm not gonna do that one because I think y'all, any person algebra 1 or better can do that one. Again, what if you come out with 5 is equal to 5? Then it's no solution. I mean, 5 is equal to 5 is all real numbers. No solution, be 6 is equal to 12. And you would have an answer down here if it was like that. They'll give you a multiple choice. There is no solution. There is all real numbers, or the solution is. They usually give you some way to put in no solution or all real numbers. Deb Cook is given the choice of 2 positions. One, $2,800 per month, and the other, $2,200 per month, plus a 5% commission on all sales during the month. What amount must she sell in order to make up the difference? So that would be equals, so that would be one paying $2,800 per month,
Gmail,
and the other paying $2,200 per month, plus a 5% commission. X. So you're basically talking about setting equal to each other. 2,800 is equal to 2,200 plus 0.05x, and solve for x. Now you could set it up as an inequality. I don't know. Let's see. What does they say? More than? Do they say more than? To be more than. What amount must she sell a month for the second position to be more profitable? So that takes care of that. There you go. This side is more profitable than this side. I would multiply through by what? 100? Somebody tell me why I multiplied through by 100 instead of 10. Because where my 5 is right there. That's in the 100th position. Y'all ever tried to watch your hand and try to write, watching your hand on a video? It's kind of like doing this. It's very difficult. And that's going to be 2 zeros. And that's going to be 2 zeros. And that's going to be 5. So 280,000 less than 220,000 plus 5x. And subtract 220. Subtract 220. And 5x is greater than or equal to, well, that's 60,000, isn't it? Divide by 5. What's 60,000 divided by 5? Is it 1,200 or 12,000? 12,000, isn't it? Yeah. So she's got to do more than $12,000 sales. Somebody check my math. She's got to get $12,000 sales There you go. So I'm gonna put that up there so y'all can see it. So on the recording, you can hit pause or whatever. Y'all settle down, please. Oh my gosh, why they put the 3 word problems on top of each other? Or 2. The percent of 12th graders in a certain state who have ever used cigarettes for each of the 12 years 2000 through 2014 can be modeled by blah, 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 where P is equal to the percent and T is equal to the number of years. There you go. You need to write that down because that's going to get you, okay, on the answer, okay? Number of years after. So, you know, they're going to give you, they give you the line, when will the percent be less than 37? So put 37 in here for P. I'm going to set it up for you. This is just like the house problem. So this is going to be, I don't know why my computer just went crazy. Some damn Russians. But we don't have mean tweets anymore, so that's all that matters. That's what's important.
Yeah, at least we don't have mean Twitter.
Somebody's going to hell in a handbasket, but we don't have mean tweets. All right.
Gas is $3. No more mean tweets.
I'm sorry, what?
Gas is like $3 a gallon, but no more.
Yeah,
mean
it doesn't
tweets.
matter. All right. So P, so I'm going to say 37 is less than or equal to 1.692 T plus 60.954. And crank it out and you'll get a number. Okay? And that number, you're going to add it to 2,000, and that will be your, so it's going to be like 14. It's going to come out to be like 14 or something. Next. And that is substitution. And we already did a substitution. Now, I need to tell y'all something. Okay? Are y'all ready for this? And I'm almost finished. I got 9 minutes left.
Is it that you're Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC?
What?
Usually when Chris
What'd I
Hansen
say?
comes in, remember that show? He'd be like, "There's something I need to tell you."
Oh yeah, that was you know, that show was
I know, it's pretty vile.
All right, so here we go. I'm going to show y'all something right now, and I'm going to say it like 3 or 4 times because this is what y'all are going to do. Y'all are going to do this, and then you're going to say, "Oh God, I don't know what to do." I'm going to send him an email, and I'm going to lie to him because I don't want to tell him what I actually did. Okay, I'm going to show y'all something. Let me pull up my handy dandy. Here we go. Let me get rid of this and pull up. Y'all see, let me go to Gradebook. And I'm doing this for a reason. Okay, none of y'all have taken the test yet, I don't think. But when I pull up the test, yeah, nobody's taken it yet. Y'all see these little marks right here? Well, if something happens to you while you're doing the test, my lab's math will send me a message. Okay? Unable to finish or incomplete. Okay, I'm going to write these down because I'm going to show y'all what happens. Incomplete. When they send me a message that your test is incomplete, that means that something happened to your computer hookup to the wireless, or something happened to My Labs Plus. Everybody understand that? And usually they will either let you go back into it, or they will, let me know, or that incomplete, I know that power went out or something like that. Does everybody see this one?
Yes.
When I get this one, that means that the student has went out of the test. Why would you go out of the test?
Use Excel.
Cheat.
No, it won't do it when you use Excel. The Excel's included in the test. Somebody said it.
To cheat.
Yeah, to cheat. Okay, now I'm going to go through this again. When your computer messes up, or My Labs Plus messes up, it sends me that. When you go out of the test, it will send me that. Okay, so I'm going to pick on Mr. Sturkey. He looks like he's tough. He can handle it. If Mr. Sturkey goes out of the test to go to Wolfman or whatever and try to find out how to do a problem, it's going to shut down the test. It's going to shut down his homework for future. And he's going to have to call me or email me. And being the straight up integrity driven person he is, he's going to say, I screwed up. I went outside the test. I'm sorry. Can I have access? And I'll do it the first time. Second time, I'll do it with points off. The third time, 0. Mr. Bostic, however, is going to lie about it. He's going to call me and email me, and he's going to say, I dropped my computer and the charger came out and the dog ate my monitor and I don't have access. And what am I going to say to myself when he calls me and says that?
Yeah, bullshit.
You a damn what? You a damn liar, because the computer says you have no access because you went out of the test. Now, please, just tell me, okay? All right. So if you go out of the test and go to Wolfram or go to another, it's going to shut you down. All right. Any questions on the test?
You said it would be okay if we just open Excel. I just want to make sure.
It should be. If it doesn't, who asked that question?
Gregory.
Okay, Mr. Moselle?
Yes.
If it doesn't, you let me know ASAP. But I know last semester students were using in my probability course, they were using Excel and they didn't have a problem. It only happens when you, let's say like this is the test. Let me show you what I'm talking about. And please don't do anything stupid during a test. Okay? Don't minimize or maximize the screen. Don't do anything like that, because it will, say that you went outside the test. I'm trying to tell you common sense things, but some people, as well as teachers, don't have common sense. When you go into the test, well, I'll just go into the test. Well, I can't go into the test. Preview. Okay, now you can maximize the test. Maximize the test. You can do this, and you can make it smaller. But as soon as you click on one of these down here, it's going to shut it down. Okay, so the best thing to do is just keep it maximized and don't touch anything. That's the best thing to do. All right, who's got questions on the test? Who's got any questions? I've given you everything I know. What do you need? All right, so the silence tells me that y'all are ready to finish your homework tonight and you are ready to take the test over the weekend. So I want y'all to go to it. Y'all have a good day and a good weekend, and I will see y'all Monday.
All right. We'll see you. Have a good weekend.
See y'all. Bye-bye.
Did you mark me present?
I didn't take roll today. They won't let me. They shut down the attendance tracker on Thursday. I don't know why. So the hell with it. I'm not going to worry about it.
All right. Thank you.
Tri-County Tech does some stupid things. I don't know why. You got a class that meets all week. They shut the attendance down on Wednesday. So I can't
guess-
take attendance on Thursday or Friday. I
I
don't
guess
know.
those last two classes don't count as much.
No, I guess they just don't count. Have a good weekend.
You as well.